Welcome to OpinionJournal.com. I'm James Freeman. Why are pirates roaming the high seas? Here to tell us is the deputy editor of the editorial page, Melanie Kirkpatrick. Melanie, thanks for being with us.
Good to be here, James.
So we think of piracy as something from the history books. Why are we all of a sudden seeing this surge of piracy around the world?
The quick answer is it's because Somalia on the north coast of Africa is a failed state. And that's where we're seeing almost all of the piracy nowadays. Mm-hmm. There's no legal system there, and so the pirates from Somalia go out into the ocean, grab a ship, take it back to Somalia, and wait until the ransom is paid before they release the sailors and the ships.
With no fear of punishment from their home country, there's basically no police force to apprehend them there.
That's right. And it has a coastline of 1,000 miles or more where they can hide before they, take off on their strikes. And so they basically operate with impunity.
And in terms of the international realm, navies like ours right now aren't really doing much about this. What is the international community doing about this?
Actually, in the north of in the Gulf of Aden, which is where Somalia is, we're doing a lot. After September 11th, the United States set up a multilateral force, naval force, to fight terrorism. But it's kind of morphed into an anti-piracy unit because of all the piracy recently. And this force has, a huge area to patrol, but they're there on the spot, and they also communicate very well with the commercial ships in the area, telling them where pirates have been sighted, and they also teach them how to do pirate evading tactics as well. Mm-hmm. And the international, I think it's called the International Maritime Agency, has an anti-piracy unit, which also instructs captains in evasive procedures.
But once you get out of the area we patrol near the Gulf, there's not a whole lot of enforcement or
That's right. But even in the area where we patrol, we can't be there all the time. And so the pirates are very opportunistic, and they travel in very small speedboats. And sometimes they often steal larger ships that they use as a kind of mothership. And when then they launch their speedboat from the mothership to go after the ship they wish to take.
But the good news is you've found one part of the world where they've confronted the pirate issue and basically solved it.
Yeah, it's a real good news story. It's in the Strait of Malacca. 5 years ago, there were 270 some incidents of piracy in the Strait of Malacca. This past year, there were 73, and the trend is down. And the way they did it was that Indonesia, Malaysia, and Thailand got together, and with the help of the United States, which provided training and equipment, they set up an international system whereby they communicate with each other, and they even work on each other's ships. And they have good radar, and they have good communications equipment. They even have joint aircraft capability. And so and then when they capture pirates, this is another big issue. When they capture pirates, they try them in the courts of one of those countries, and I can assure you they're not treated lightly.
Makes sense. Thanks, Melanie.
Thanks, James. Good to be here.
And thanks to you. For OpinionJournal.com, I'm James Freeman.